right. So far so good. Now we have just to exclude this area, this upper area here. So go to polygon fill and exclude it completely. And this one. Same thing here. So we have our texture back. All right. Make a new folder. Drag it on the top, call it wood. So we have organized it a little bit more. And the best thing, you can just select this, Command C to copy, go to door left, and just place it in here. So same thing here, we have some texture that's completely rotated. So I'm going to deactivate this 0 one, so we see which one is working. All right, we have to rotate this, this, and this. So go to the polygon fill and do the same thing as earlier. All right, we have to exclude this side and this upper part. Perfect. On the metal we have to assign this part, so we have the same thing on the other side. So maybe in here I just want another type of wood. Some white wood maybe. Let me see which one we can use. Wood chest stylized maybe. Just try it. Oh, that's the wrong one, but wood chest fiend, we can use this one. Just try it, which one you like. Yeah, I want some brighter wood in here. Or maybe use the first one. So this wood here. So we don't have too much variation of wood types in one object. So like this. But we only work in here with this area. So we have to add a black mask and just select this area. I'm going to call it wood middle part. And now we can tweak it a little bit more. So to tweak it, first of all, it's it has too much normal in here. So I don't like that very. We have first to exclude this area, so we don't have this much details in here going on. So maybe just on the wood, add a black mask. No, not a black mask, a white mask. Go to convert, where is it? Invert mask. Now we can exclude it. All right, so first of all, I'm going to, yeah, it's this one. I'm going to the layer that's causing this this normal details. So I think it's down here. This wood 2, this wood 2 we can just delete. So we have only this wood 1. And under wood rough it's causing this normal. Maybe under cracks we can go a little bit down. And under technical parameters we can do the same thing, go down with the normal intensity maybe. Now that's nothing, maybe the height range or the height position, one of them. Not height position. Good. So I don't think it's looking that good. I don't like it very much, so maybe we can just leave it with the main wood. So go in here and just delete the black mask, or maybe the levels. Delete just the mask, remove mask, and you're back. Yeah, we leave it like that. Alright, so I think for this I want the same wood as here. So I'm going to delete this. It was completely failed, so let me see, that's this one. Just copy the main wood folder, go back to door left, paste it in here. And now we can just add, first of all, a black mask. And in the black mask polygon fill, select this, this wood part. But on the second one, so I'm going to call it wood dark maybe. On the second one we have to add a white mask, And on the white mask go to polygon fill and exclude this, so we have the right amount of normals and height. And now we can tweak this area a little bit. So delete the wood 2. And we have only this wood in here. So it's the same thing like on this wood, but I think it's too tiny, too small of the detail. So maybe we can go down with our tiling to 3 or to 2, maybe 3, and go up a little bit with the head position. All right, good. Now I'm going to do this area here. I think I'm going to add the same type of wood for this. We have to see if it's looking good so far. So do the same thing on the wood one, on the right one, add it, and on the wood dark, take it away. But we have just to, we have to do it in another way because we have to rotate it, and we can't rotate it. So I'm going to delete this mask here. So let's remove it. I'm going to add it on wood 1 and do the same thing, so I can add it here. Then just duplicate this, call it wood 2 or maybe wood rotated. And on the wood rotated, we can just exclude this one and include this one and go to the layer that's rotating, that's laying the stuff. Maybe it's this, yeah, it's this one, and rotate it. We can go a little bit down with our levels in here, so it's a little bit more darker. I think I'm going to do the same thing on this both woods. To make it more darker. Okay, same thing we have to do with our doors. It's too bright for me. So go to the base. Yeah, that's the base. Add a level. And in the level we can just go down, but not too much. Maybe like that. Copy the value and do the same thing. Or maybe just, yeah, copy the value and do the same thing in the second one. Yeah, it's much better. All right. I'm going to add now some dirt on this whole door. So add a fill layer, drag it on top, call it dirt. And this time we are going to use the same mask. So add a black mask, go to the mask, smart mask, add tab, type in dirt. And it was this one, I think. Yeah, it's this one, but we can just use maybe dust dirty. Let's try. I don't know. Try the first one. And maybe try another one, this dirt dusty. And now we can decide which one we are going to use. But I think I'm going to use this, maybe. That's completely dirt. That's a soft dirt. Oh, it is soft dirt. I think I'm going to use the soft dirt. Yeah, that's too much. I'm going to use the soft dirt. So it was I think it was the third one. This one, yeah, this was this one, the dust dirty. Alright, tweak a little bit the settings, go down with the balance if it's too much, and go up with the contrast if you like more sharper, or go down if you like it softer. So maybe like this. It's looking so far good. And last thing, go down with the color. So go down, deactivate the normal, the height. We don't need metallic, we don't need roughness, so go up with the roughness and just choose a color. Copy this dirt layer and paste it on the door, right? So in here we have this problem, we have to rotate it. So let me see which one is causing this problem. We're on the wrong door. So go to door left. Let me see. Nope, it's that one. So same thing here. And you're back. All right. Last thing I want to do is just to darken this two planks a little bit because it's too bright. So go to the wood, go to level and go down with the contrast with this level slider. All right, we have to add this metal detail in here. So maybe this time we can just add it as a normal map. It's looking better if we do that. Or maybe let's do it like the other one. So add a layer, just go on top of the layer of the completely stack. So call it normal paint maybe. In here we deactivate the metal, no, we need the metal, deactivate the normal, go up a little bit with the metal, go up with the roughness, go up with the height, not too much. So we have to test it out first. That's too low. So let's see. It's looking very good. So we go down with our color and just add these little details in here. So maybe later on, if you don't like this type of detail, we can just do it like real normal detailing, but that we can decide after we just imported it in Unreal Engine. There we see how it's looking. All right, just copy this value. We need it, and copy, oh, maybe first copy the layer, go to the right, paste it in here. And now we have the same value in here, so it's good. And we can just do the same thing on the other side of the door. And we are good. Let me see if we can do something else, but I think that's good. All right, I think now we are done, but I go down a little bit with the concrete, maybe. Perfect, we are done now with our texturing, and now we are going to edit in Unreal Engine. To do that, just open up your Epic Games and the Unreal Engine, and I'm just going to open it up and we'll see us later. All right, under the Unreal Project browser, just open up the Games tab. Now you can decide if you want a third person, first person. I'm going to use for this one the first person. That doesn't matter, it's just for showcasing blueprints and quality presets maximum and so on. Call it maybe, I'm going to call it test map. You can call it whatever you want and go to create. All right, welcome into Unreal Engine. So first of all, I'm going to delete some stuff in here. I don't need that. So I do it quick. I don't need this whole block area. Playground. Oh, we need the SM cube, so we can just rename it. So we need this as our floor, this SM cube, but the rest can be deleted. And now we can just add our object. So to do that, go into content browser, and in here I'm going to add a new folder. Call it, I'm going to call it custom asset. In here I'm going to make another folder, call it FBX maybe, another folder, call it material, and another one for texture. I like to separate them. Good. In the FBX, go in the folder, right click, import game custom asset, import to option, or drag and drop it in here. Navigate to your Shake-Lo and click on open. On the FBX import options, that's very important. If you have a object that has multiple objects in it and you don't want to really animate it, you can go under the option Mesh Advanced, and under here you can go to Combine Mesh. But this time we have an object that has multiple objects in it, but we want to animate it maybe later on. So leave it unchecked. Good. The next thing I have to change is just to save some space and time. We go to material import method, go to this button and go to do not create material. We're doing it by our own, and import all. And now you have this 4 objects in here, the door left, door right, metal and the floor and the wood parts. Perfect. So the first thing I like to do is to go in every single object and just to tweak first the collision. Under collision you have the collision complexity. Go to use complex collision as simple, save it, and done for this. The good thing about this is just after animation you can walk into the building and do some stuff in here, so you haven't any collision except of the actual geometry. Good. Next thing we can do, select all, drag and drop it in here. And you see it's very big, but you can test it out. So I go to these 3 points here and I like to change the mode to new window, new editor window, Pi. So we can add it as a new window like that. And you see we can walk around, but I think the actual size is not bad, but maybe it's a little bit too big. So we can just make it a little bit smaller. To do that, go into the editor, press the R button, and you can now, by simply go to this point, make it a little bit smaller, like this. Yeah, it's better. Perfect. You see we are under the object, so with the W button or up here, you can go with the arrow up. So if you have this problem like me, that you have a gap in here, just disable this grid snapping and you can just go by your own. Alright, so this we don't need. Good. Now we can add our textures. So go to texture folder. We have to go first to our Substance Painter and we have to export it. So go to File, Export Texture. In this dialog, you can go to, first of all, Output Directory. Change the location where we want to export it. Second one, output template, will be our, let me see, where is it? The Unreal Engine 4 Pact. Next thing, file type, I like it to be PNG. Size, I want it 4K. Padding, you can leave padding as it is. And now we can go to export. There will be 16 texture exported, that's fine. Click on it and wait. After exporting, you see this export successfully finished. You can close it now, go back to the Unreal Engine, right click, import, go to your go to your texture, select all and click on open. So we have now 12 items in here. That's not corresponding to our 16 texture, but that's because we have in here some emissive channels and we haven't activated in here our emissive channel. So if you go to texture set settings, you have these channels here and we don't have our emissive channel activated, so it's gonna be deleted. After you imported your texture, that's very important that you go to your occlusion roughness metallic, open it up and under sRGB deactivate it and save it. Do it on all 4 maps that we have here. Do that before you add the material, because after that you have to do some changes if you just add this in the materials, but with this workflow it's good, you're good to go. The rest is good. And now we can go to our material folder. So we can now create our material, so call the first one m_shack_wood. The second one will be our m_shack_door_left. So the third one will be our door right, and the last one will be our metal. All right, good. We are going to add, the first thing we are going to add are our wood texture. So open up the m_shack_wood material, open up the context browser, go to texture and search for wood. So it's this 3 here, drag and drop it in here, and now we can just lay it down. So to begin with, the base color with the RGB in the base color, the normal map is going with the RGB in the normal, and now comes the tricky part. On the third map, on the occlusion roughness metallic, you go, so maybe we can do it like that. I do it in the middle. So the red pin is going to go in the ambient occlusion. The blue pin is going to go into metal, and the green pin is going to go into roughness. Perfect. So I make a little space. You can save it and you can close it. So that's what we are doing now for the other materials. Perfect. I created my material, I assigned the texture, and now we have to assign the materials to our main object. So go to the FBX, go into the static mesh for the door left. And under here we have this material slot, type in m_shag. So you have your created material, and we have our door left. So select door left and save it. And as you can see, we have our texture in here. Do the same thing on the other three, and you're done with this object. Alright, it's looking good. The only thing I don't like really is this front here. The normals in here are too much, so we can just adjust it a little bit more. So to change that, we have to do a little bit more in our wood material. Open up the wood material, and in here we have to add some more stuff. The first thing you have to add is a multiply. So right click, type in multi, add a multiply. So the multiply is going to go with our red channel. So the red channel is going to be in our A, and for the B, we need another node. To add that, just right click, type in scalar parameter, use this scalar parameter, call it maybe normal intensity. So drag and drop it in here. Oh, maybe first thing we have to do, the default value will be 1. Drag and drop the pin in the B. The next thing we have to do is to drive the green channel. Same thing, copy and paste the multiply, take the green pin, put it in A, and the normal intensity has to go in the B here. And the third thing we have to do is to drive the blue channel. For that we need an append node, so type in append vector. So the first multiply is going to be the A, the second one is going to be the B. We need another append for the blue. So copy and paste it, go to A, and the blue pin is going to be the B. I hope you can understand it. And now the last thing we have to do is to go into normal. Alright, so maybe I go a little bit on this side. Save the change, and you see nothing is happened because we are still on 1. But if we go now on 0.5, you see it's much less of normal. So if I go now to 20, just for see the difference, you see it's going too much of the normal details, so go back to 0.5. Or if you want to, you can drive it by a material instant. That's faster to use. So to do that, right click on your wood material, create material instant, let the name as it is, open it up. And in here you have your settings, your global scalar parameter, activate the normal intensity. And now if I change the settings, you can change it in here. And you have to just assign this material to your object. And now with the instant, if you open it up, And if you activate your normal checkbox, you can just, as you can see, change it in the game as you like. To finalize this stuff, I can show you now how you can set up the doors to be animated. I don't gonna animate it, so select your right door, and if you want the pivot point elsewhere, you can just click on this point here, right click, pivot, set pivot offset. So maybe that's on the door itself, maybe set pivot offset here, snapped. Right click on this white dot, go to pivot, set as pivot offset. And now if you click elsewhere and you click again the door, you have your pivot on here. And with the animation you can just slide it like that and open it up. Same thing here. Select the point where you want to have to be the pivot. Set pivot offset. Right click on the door, on the white dot, set as pivot offset, and you're good to go. Now we can just drag and drop it in here. Good. If you play now, you can go in your shake and do whatever you want in here. And that's it, guys. That's how you create this object and put it in Unreal Engine. If you want to, you can just add some leaves and some vegetables or something like that, some green stuff in here, and make the whole world a little bit darker and make some horror sheen. But I don't gonna do that, maybe later on if you want to. And I hope you like this kind of tutorials, and if you have some question, if you have some ideas, let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, press the like button, and if you wanna support me, I have a Patreon where you can go, and all the stuff you find in the comment box. So guys, see you in the next one, and don't let me forget, I'm just working on another object, another asset. It's a gun, so stay tuned for the next tutorial.